Hello, and welcome to TheSillyGeesePodcast. I nearly said the Silly Geese episode. I don't know why. But
We have our own movie that
we have our
called the Silly Geese movie.
Silly Geese episode 1. It's like the Star Wars movies. We just divide them up.
Yeah.
Um, but no, Silly Geese episode 1. I don't know, this can be a weird episode. Neve has to leave a bit through it. Neve is not feeling her best at the moment.
I'm riddled with something.
With something, we don't know what.
No.
Not COVID though. Me and you have both taken COVID,
No.
like antigen tests. Both came back negative. Sorry, the C word. Don't kill us, YouTube. Don't kill us, YouTube. Both of us have taken tests and they've both come back no. So we're grand. According to the tests, we're grand. But yeah, no. Neve's a bit under the weather. Not what's it? Well for wear? No.
Anyway, I'm worse for wear. I'm sick as a dog. I'm not up to my peak. Well, I will be soon.
But yeah. I don't know. We should probably just start with some movie news. How has your week's been? The boat is.
Grand. Apart from the sickness, it's been grand. School's been grand and all that.
Yeah, grand. Good. Thomas?
Yeah, it was alright.
Sorry, I need
Very
to say
fast.
something else.
I was gonna say, like, everyone and their mom is just out of school.
Oh yeah, there was someone in our school. They contracted the C word, and then they went to a big. It's like a mini prom in America, right? What would you call it? Like a homecoming No, the fucking TY ball. What would that be the equivalent to? Homecoming dance? Maybe?
Your middle school.
Oh, middle school!
It's like junior prom or something like that. Maybe fuck.
It's just like prom, but you're like 15 or 16. What?
It was a dance, and they got to see where and infected everyone.
Yeah, there was like that year group. There's about 50 of them, I assume.
Yep.
Between 40 and 60 people in that year. Our school is quite small, but about 50 or 60 people, and I'd say 12 people in all of the year was in this week.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That makes sense.
Which was very odd, but I think they're all fine. They should be back between tomorrow and Monday, as far as I know. Some of them will probably. A lot of them will be in tomorrow.
Fucking can't wait.
But no, it's been a bit of an odd week, I feel. It went by really fast. Thomas was right.
And we also have no masks in school. We have the option.
Yeah, Ireland just decided out of nowhere that it's an option now, no matter where you are, unless you're in a public health setting.
Someone fucking breathed on me, and now I have this. I'm upset about it, because my immune system is fucking in the bin. I'm dead. I'm dying. Ugh, anyway.
It's been odd. But I suppose we should talk about movie and TV news. Or not movie and TV news. Movie and gaming. I don't know. Look at the bags in the eyes, right? You can see them. I don't know what's going on with me. But anyway, Thomas, I'll let you up first with your gaming news.
Alright, so started off pretty good. We got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That's a pretty big thing. The starters have also been announced. We got Fuecoco, Quaxley, and...
You wait. What?
I forget the other one.
Sprigatito. Sprigatito.
Yeah, that. Fuecoco looks like a crocodile, but kind of in the shape of a chili with a kind of skull kind of thing on his head. Quaxley is a duck with a pompadour, And
It is. It's
Sprig,
meant to look like a hat,
yeah, it
I
is.
think, but like, yeah, it is. It's a pompadour.
Yeah. And Sprig, whatever, is a green cat.
It's a green cat.
And Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is meant to be set in the Pokemon equivalent of
Spain,
Spain,
and Portugal.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's going to be an open world Pokemon game, which will be cool. Yeah. Next we have rumors that Sucker Punch is working on a new Infamous game for the PS5. And a new, what's his name? What's the name of the raccoon, Jordan?
Oh my god. Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper. A new Sly Cooper game as well
No way.
is rumored.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope so.
But it might not be like those two titles at the same time. They might hand off Sly Cooper to another studio while they work on Infamous.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they handed Sly Cooper off to like an indie studio.
Yeah, probably the new studio PlayStation bought Blue House or something. I think
Probably.
they're gonna probably hand it off to them because then they have a lot to work with. It's not a new IP,
Yeah.
but it's something fresh and it's not a remake, so they can flesh out on that.
Yeah.
Another thing is, what is it?
The Phil Spencer thing? Or the Stream Deck? Steam Deck.
Yeah, the Steam Deck's out now.
Apparently it's good.
Apparently it's good. It suffered with a bit of drifting, but turns out it was just a little bit of a bug, so they fixed that pretty quick.
Yeah, I heard that the control sticks are like actually built to stop drift.
Yeah.
And that the like thing was like a weird defect of some sort.
Yep. We got PlayStation Plus members can now get the new games. We got Ghost of Tsushima Legends online, the online multiplayer game. Then we got Ark Survival Evolved as well.
Nice.
That's free for PS Plus. We also have GTA Online for the PS5. That's PS Plus users. And another, I don't know, another something. That's all the news I can think of.
Fair enough. I heard that there was some like, it was like an award ceremony that was held for like different companies. I know Phil Spencer got one, the head of Xbox. Don't remember for what. I think it was basically for like uniting the different like companies as much as he could. But I don't remember. Neve.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I remember. Elden Ring is out.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Probably should mention that. That's a big thing.
That's a very big thing at the moment.
It's now also apparently like topped a lot of like selling points. Like a lot more units were sold than FIFA and all that
Jesus.
jazz.
I haven't seen any gameplay of it, which is kind of mad for the amount of like people that have been talking about it.
I've seen a bit of gameplay of it. It looks really good. A lot of unique weapons and stuff, it seems. There's a pizza slicer in it. So
Yeah.
that'll be, slice some pizza.
Neve, do you want to run through your news?
Oh yeah, yes. The Batman sequel. Fucking movie's only out, and fucking.
It's out tonight, in 2 hours as of recording this.
The Batman sequel is planned to be released in the next 5 years, which is quite quick for a film.
Yeah, especially since it took like 8 years to make this.
Yes.
Or longer, actually, technically.
Nah. Sure, there's a sequel coming anyway. And from what I heard, the Batman is meant to be very good.
I've heard a lot of complaints from critics, which was really weird. I was like, well, not weird, it's critics, you're going to get complaints. But they were like, the Batman is too violent and dark. I was like, what?
This is what...
Are you saying, what are you saying to me?
This is Batman. This is what Batman's all about. He's
all about the black eyeliner and the weird capes.
This ain't no Adam West Batman.
This ain't your grandpappy's Batman.
This ain't no
not with the pow or the wham.
Oh, I love the George Clooney one. My favourite part of that movie is when he pulls out the bat card. There's a bat credit card.
Yeah.
We should watch that movie.
You can cash your card. I don't know how I remember that line.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's great. Anyway, keep going, Neve.
No. Sam Elliott, famous Western movie star that I didn't hear of until this week, came out and said that The Power of the Dog, which is like up for so many Oscars, is a piece of shit. He's like, there's gay people in it. This is not Western America.
Oh, right.
This ain't no cowboys. Man obviously has not seen Brokeback Mountain.
Obviously
Obviously
Rest
not.
in peace, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger.
Well, yeah. Well, like, rest in peace,
Both.
Heath Ledger, obviously. And Jake Gyllenhaal's career, I suppose, more than anything.
Yeah. Then a bit of Marvel news. Marvel released a new poster for Moon Knight, showing the persona of Mr. Knight in a bit more close up. Basically, Moon Knight when he's in detective mode. He's like, I need to get shit done. I can't kill no one.
There's also been a lot of like they've been pushing Tobey Maguire's films to be like on DVD a lot. And Andrew Garfield's as well, but I've seen Tobey Maguire's a lot more shared around.
And then the Marvel Netflix shows that were taken off of Netflix are now going on to Disney Plus on the 16th of March in the US, UK and Ireland and Canada. There's some other...
Yeah, because it was like a weird thing with Netflix that like in some places it got an extended like cut. Yeah. I'm excited to... I've never seen any of them except for the first 6 episodes of Iron Fist, which is the worst one out of all of them. So I'm excited. The only way is up from here. Yeah.
I watched 3 episodes of Daredevil. It's good, but they're like hour long, and I'm like, I don't have the attention span. And then I'll go on to watch a full season of Shameless. And then Cuphead Season 2 is being confirmed. Jordan told me that. I didn't know about it.
It's been released this summer, which is kind of mad.
Don't ask me why. Feeling that's going to be released on my birthday.
Maybe. What if it's released on Thomas's birthday?
I'll have to watch it.
What was it the other day? I saw a tweet that was like, I will give $5 to every... You might have seen me retweet this. It was like, I will give $5 to every person who retweets this if the Mario movie trailer doesn't release on March 10th. Which is Mario Day. So,
nice.
A week from now is a possible release date for that trailer.
Yeah. And then also...
I think if they do release it, the Sonic team are just going to take the piss out of them, though. They've been taking the piss out of Batman. Have you seen that?
No. Oh,
they're
yeah.
doing all the Blue Justice stuff, and they're just like, this is a fucking Batman joke, and it's hilarious to me.
Yeah. And then, obviously, big iconic moment happened this week. Michael Keaton won a SAG award.
Yes.
He was in the bathroom. And he runs up, does the peace sign, rolls onto the stage, gets up, leaves Salma Hayek just there like, help me, I have stage fright. And he's like, Soz, I had to go to the little boy's room. There's some fucking line. Went on to say a very emotional speech. done.
Yeah, I love how he was just like, I have 20 minutes. And then he did not have 20 minutes.
So, iconic moment that will go down in history, I assume.
Hopefully. Michael Keaton's just a legend.
It's... We love him on
I kind of regret not watching the 89 Batman movie for today's episode. It would have lined up so perfectly with Mr. Keaton rolling onto a stage. But we can do it for the Flash. We can do it for the Flash. What?
Didn't notice I was. I completely forgot they existed.
So did I. I was like, what the fuck? Asajj award. What the fuck is this? Asajj.
Anyway.
No, yeah, we'll probably do the Batman, the original Batman for the Flash movie. Because there's no other Flash movie. So.
Yeah.
May as well watch the Batman.
I'm gonna give my very quick summary on what I thought of this movie and then go.
Okay, yeah, fair.
It's really good. I didn't expect anything less from fucking Christopher Nolan, who's amazing. And the cast is just so hype for no reason. Like, fucking Christian Bale, fucking Michael Caine. I forgot he was in this movie.
He's brilliant.
And he's just fucking chilling.
He's just like, doing the thing that like Nathan Drake's brother does in Uncharted, where he's like, if something can be lost, it can be found, or whatever that quote is. Just that's what all it reminds me of.
You've never given up on me. You've never given up on me. Never.
Never. When you've fallen, you learn to get yourself up.
I didn't know that Batman was afraid of bats. And that's how we got the name Batman, in a sense. I was like, what? I was very confused. I was like, why is this man afraid of bats? He is Batman. Didn't expect Liam Neeson either. Very confused. I'm gonna be honest, for the first hour of this film I was very confused. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I can understand that. I was watching this movie and I was like, I'm really glad I know who these characters are going into this. Because I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't know who Ra's al Ghul is. I wouldn't know who Scarecrow is. I wouldn't... Well, Rachel I knew from watching the next two Batman... Well, the next Batman movie. Like... Well, Alfred's pretty self-explanatory, but like, even Fox is just such a random character to throw in there.
I'm gonna be honest, I was skimming. I was like, oh, there's someone I know. Don't know him. It's just very good. Loved Cillian Murphy in it.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Whenever he came up on the screen, I just went like this. I was like, Cillian, I love you. Even though he's a cunt in this film.
Oh,
he's an absolute prick.
He's a bastard in this movie. Oh yeah, we're not allowed to say the C word. He's a country in this movie. A country.
He's a nice guy in this film. He just likes passing gas.
He's terrifying though.
Like, Cillian Murphy has this face where it's lovable, but then he'll do something and you're like, no. Get away.
And then he's like, I'm the Scarecrow, and you're like, ah.
God, no. The fucking sack.
The sack is so cool looking though.
It's cool looking, but I
remember when
like
something really similar to the sack was released in GTA, and everyone was going around wearing it. Like literally everyone was wearing it. It was fucking class.
I was just like, he put on like by the time he put it on the third time, I was like, I've had enough of you in this sack. Fuck off. But Gary Oldman, brilliant. Just another leg. I think the Batman suit is fucking stupid. This is just a personal opinion of mine. The suit looks deadly. Don't get me wrong. I just think it looks fucking.
What do you mean? Hang on. This is such a weird claim.
No, I hate the mask. That's what I hate.
Is it because it's rubber?
No, it's because this yoke. It being pointy, I hate.
What?
I think it looks.
That's the point, though. It's meant to look stupid.
I know.
And it's meant to fit his little radio in there. How is he meant to fit his radio in as like a little nubby one? You get no signal with that yoke. He looked like he was in the middle of a mountain, like the Irish mountains, like fucking hell. Alfred, I've been shot.
Killian Murphy's running through the hills of Cork and he's trying to catch me. The young offenders are after me.
Killian Murphy, he's after giving me the wackest vape I've ever had, lads. I need you. It exploded in my pocket, boy.
Alfred boy, come out.
Alfred
Come
boy.
in Cork. Oh, I want to see Batman set in Cork.
I want to see any superhero movie set in Cork. Just any
Oh,
superhero
yeah.
movie set in like Ireland. Like imagine like Spider-Man set in Ireland. Huh?
He's Spider-Man and awfully.
Spider-Man set in Ireland and he has to like walk everywhere, like cycle. He's like, oh fuck. You know?
Instead of pizza time, it's chipper time.
Tipper time.
Spice bag time.
Spice bite. Oh, I've earned my treat, boys.
Anyway, it is a really long movie, but that's just because I'm sick. And I was like, I've had
Yeah, I
enough of
know,
this.
it's not even that long.
like, every 40 minutes I was like, I've had enough. But all in all, pacing's good. Cinematography, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I noticed
And-
that straight away. I was like, whoa, this is whack.
Christopher Nolan, you're good.
You're good, you're good.
And you're good, you're good. Anyway, I give this movie a solid like 9 out of 10. And the wee hint of Joker, I was like,
Oh, I had forgotten that was in this
Well,
movie. I had never seen this movie before.
I know, like,
I don't think you had either, Neve.
neither have I.
Yeah.
I've never seen any Batman movies.
Oh,
No.
you would really enjoy The Dark Knight. Genuinely.
Yeah. I remember my uncle going on about it. My uncle's fucking really
Mad.
into comic books
It's
and all
class.
that. He reads all of them. And he was like, this Dark Knight thing. Coming up to me.
Yeah, no,
And I was
I
4 years of age and he's like, no.
I remember
Yes, ma'am.
being in my godfather's house, and he was like, he had like figured out how to pirate movies. This was like, 2008 or so. This was like
Yeah.
when pirating movies was like a weird.
At
Was
its peak.
it was at its peak. It was like you'd know someone who knew someone who did pirating movies, and he pirated them. And like I remember like being in his room, like watching him do it. And it was the fucking, like, it was the scene from The Dark Knight where the Batman is, like, driving through this, I don't know if it's a supermarket, I don't remember where he's driving through. It's either, like, a tunnel under a bridge, or it's in a mall. I don't remember which. That's one of my favourite movies of all time, and I do not remember what the scene is. But I remember being there as a little 4-year-old, and I was like, you can watch them on your computer? What? I was, like, mesmerised by this. It's like, this is fucking
This is the end of the boom. This is all we had left.
Well, no, like, that's what got me. I never watched it. I watched it like years later, and I was like, this is fucking amazing. I love this. I love when Heath Ledger hangs that man upside down from a big building.
I haven't seen it. So
It's just,
The only
no, it's
scene from The Dark Knight is the hotel scene when he goes at Maggie Gyllenhaal. And
that
The-
scene was unscripted. Michael Caine forgot his line and was genuinely scared of Heath Ledger because that was the first time he'd ever met him.
yeah, and also the prison scene where he's clapping and the bus scene. That's the only
Oh
Things
yeah, the
I've
bus
seen.
scene.
which
The bus scene is also unscripted.
yeah, but it's
It's class.
It's-
Wait, which bus
Anyway.
scene are you on about? The one where it blows up?
hospital.
Yeah, the hospital. Okay. You've
When
probably
do we
seen.
dress?
You've probably seen the pencil trick. Okay, no, sorry. I thought you would have.
Oh, anyway, this movie, it's a lovely 9 out of 10. I am so sorry that I have to leave, but I'm fucking bollocksed. Goodbye, so long. I'll see you.
Bye.
What's that
Bye.
fucking song? And your. Anyway. Bye.
What was I gonna say? So that one begins, 2005, I think. It's fucking class.
Yep.
This movie is just it's so well written, I feel. I was
Yeah,
like watching it,
it
and
was
I was like, because it's laid out to you in such a really cool way. It's all like linear. There's no fucking around with anything in this movie, which I appreciate a lot. Because
No,
there could have been a
I
lot of
don't know
fucking
about that.
around. Oh, I don't think
Bruce
there
Wayne,
is.
he
Oh,
was
he's
fucking
fucking
around with
around,
those
but
two models
in a
in that
different way.
pool.
He's fucking around in a different way. But like everything in this movie is like to the point, and it all connects to something else.
Yeah.
Like I was really expecting. There's a scene at the start of this movie where Liam Neeson and Christian Bale are on ice and they're fighting, and Christian Bale like he has like Liam Neeson pinned down with a sword, and then Liam Neeson goes, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot. You're gonna fall through that ice pipe. Watch out!" And then he falls through the ice. And I was like, "That's gonna come back into play later," and it doesn't. It's like the only thing in the movie that doesn't come back.
Mm.
Which I was kind of like, "Oh, okay, whatever." But no, the rest. There's a lot of foreshadowing in this movie. It's very well done.
Mm.
Don't remember what I was gonna say now. This movie's just fucking deadly. I'd not seen it. I've seen the other two, The Dark Knight and
Yeah.
The Dark Knight Rises, obviously. I think this is better than The Dark Knight Rises, from memory.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, it definitely is. The Dark Knight Rises is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's
Mm.
not as. There's like a couple memorable scenes from The Dark Knight Rises, and they're not as memorable as like this movie.
Yeah.
But I really like Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
I like Liam Neeson as like his little henchman.
Mm.
I really like how there's like little hints, or not little hints, but they're like every time something in like civilization goes too wrong, we just like ruin it. And they were saying
Yeah.
like, oh, we did it to Rome, we did it to London. Like they're the reason for the London Blitz or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I was like, that's deadly. That's really well done. What are they called? The Court of Shadows, the League of Shadows.
No, the Order of Assassins or something.
So the Order, I thought it was the League of Shadows. I know there's the new one in the new movie is the Court of Owls, I think.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it might be the League of Shadows. I don't know.
I think it's the League of Shadows or the something of Shadows. But
Yeah.
the Order of Assassins is something else, I feel.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good.
Will I do a recap?
Yeah, go on.
Right. This will be quick. Don't worry. I've studied the art of the recaps.
Thomas has been doing his research on like quick recaps, so hopefully this works.
Right. Here we go. Okay, Batman Begins, haha, funny, with young Bruce Wayne. Wayne. He's playing with Rachel, as little kids do. He steals a cool-looking stone. He runs away. He falls. His father picks him up out of a cave, but not before he gets attacked by bats, which makes him scared of bats. His father does a nice little quote, "Why do we fall? So we can pick ourselves back up."
That's such a cool quote.
He brings him back up. They go to the opera, nice little time. Bats appear. Don't know why the opera chose bats and why the parents thought, hey, maybe because our son got tortured by bats, maybe we should just bring him to a little play
Maybe we
with
should
bats.
Get therapy.
Yeah, Bruce is then like, I'm kind of scared, Dad. The dad goes, the bats freak me out, honey. Let's go. Like a fucking shad. They start walking outside. Bruce is like, let's take the dark alleyway. It's quicker to the car. They start going. Joe Chill rocks up. Money. They'd be like, okay. Thomas is actually trying to be a nice guy. He's just like, okay, pal, I can help you. Alright? Just calm down. I'm getting you wallet. Joe Chill being a dickhead and not being patient. Shoots him.
Who is Joe Chill?
He's the guy who kills the parents.
I know,
like,
but is he anyone else?
No, that's his whole thing.
Okay.
It's usually either Joe Chill or... Like, Joe Chill is usually the guy you just go for.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, Joe Chill, he does the little shoot, and he's about to shoot Bruce Wayne, but he hears cop sirens, so he runs off.
This,
Bruce is like...
that scene, right, where he shoots Batman's parents, I assumed it was going to be quite long. Because
Yeah.
I remember hearing everyone being like, oh, there's going to be another, like, when Joker was coming out, they were like, oh, there's going to be another fucking Batman's parents die, and we're going to see the fucking, what are they, pearl necklace, we're going to see that again. I was like, oh, okay, this is the scene. His parents are gonna die, and it's so quick. Everyone complained that Joker scene was like bang bang. This movie's also just bang bang, and then he runs away. There's more build up to it, yeah, but it's sort of just fuck you bang, off I go.
Yeah.
He doesn't even like, you don't even see the thing snap. I think everyone was just burnt out because Zack Snyder's one is like 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Because it's all in slow motion. I'd argue though, it's probably the coolest looking one out of all of them. Anyway, go on, Thomas.
Yeah, so Joe Chill. Then, Bruce is in police place, I forget the name. Gordon, he's like, oh, that'll be nice, that kid. So he's nice. Then Alfred comes to pick him up, like the chat he is. Alfred walks in, fucking pimp chimping. He's like, oh, sorry, Master Wayne. And then, Bruce dedicates his life, normally, as you would, to, like, a life of fighting crime. Oh, wait, no, actually, he goes through a very big depression, like 14 years pass or so.
Yeah.
And Bruce is, like, he's looking in rough shape. The court hearing for Joe Chill is happening, and he's planning to kill him. He has a little gun. He's planning to rock up, pop him, and run away. Or maybe just live with the consequences. But Falcone's assassin comes in and be like, psych, we'll take it. Get blue-balled. Blue-balls him. He's not happy about this. He confides in Rachel, tells her how his plan was going to go. Rachel's not happy about this. Slaps him. He's like, what the fuck? And he's just like, okay, bye. He tosses the gun in the river. He goes to Falcone, acting like, dude, what the fuck? I wanted to do that. Falcone explains, like, you're welcome, and, like, how he rules the city through fear and all that, blah, blah, blah. Bruce Wayne decides, I don't like these people. You know what, I'm going to dedicate my life to fighting these people. So he decides, the normal course, starting a life of crime to learn the ways of the criminal, and he gets pretty good at fighting as well. Then he gets sent to a prison, and he's just like, fight time, super quick. Then he meets Henry Cavill or something. I think. Liam Neeson. He meets Liam Neeson.
Oh, Ducant,
yeah.
I think his name is. Ducard.
Henry Ducant, or whatever. He's just like, hey, come with us. And he's like, okay. He goes with them. He trains with them. He gets fucking taught how to fight and shit. And Henry's just like, my wife died. And he's like, that's tough, buddy. Then he meets Ra's al Ghul. And Ra's is just like, yeah. Join our crew. All you have to do, kill this farmer. He stole shit. And he's like, I don't want to kill people. There are seeds to burn down building, probably killing like the entire clan.
That scene where he's like, he's first exposed to what he fears most, and he has to like disguise himself among the guards. That's such a cool scene. It's so confusing, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
I was like, when he like gets stabbed, so he stabs another guy, and then like takes his place behind him. And then Liam Neeson's like, oh, no running from me, bitch! And he like puts his sword around him, and he's like, nope, no running from me. It's like, oh, that's so cool. I know, like, it looks a bit corny, but at the same time, it's like, that's a fucking cool scene.
Yeah.
If it was in anything else, it would be fucking cringy as shit. But because it's like Batman, and it's a very Batman-esque scene, it's like, okay, this is cool. Anyway, I did not mean to cut you off there.
No, it's grand. And so he's like, you know what, I don't want to kill. Proceeds to burn down building, probably killing a few people. But like, Ra's al Ghul gets fucking slammed with some burning debris. But he's like, Henry! He brings Henry, saves him, goes back. He's like, you know what, as a businessman, I need to get my business back. He goes, smooth talks to secretary, and man's just like, the new owner is just like, I thought you were dead. And he's like, nah, bitch. And he's like, my company, give. And he's like, no. And then, he needs the gear, so he goes to Lucius. And he's just like, hit me up. And Lucius is just like, yeah, okay. He gives him fucking tank, fucking clean tumbler, best Batmobile in my opinion.
Oh my god. Wait. My tumbler's up there. But it...
Tumbler, best Batmobile in my opinion. It's the most fucking, like, simplistic, but yeah, it just suits,
It's because it's like, it's something you can imagine in real life.
Like, of course it's like fucking gigantic, but like, it's cool.
I'm excited. Have you seen the new Batmobile?
Yeah, it looks alright.
I think it looks good. I think they'll need to show it a bit more before I get like a proper opinion of it. But like at the moment, my tier list probably goes like Tumblr, um, maybe the '89 Batmobile. I feel maybe it's kind of like a weird toss up between like the '89 and the Justice League one or the Batman vs Superman
Yeah,
one. I really like the Batman vs Superman design,
yeah, it's
and
nice.
at the moment, then 4 is the Batmobile. That's also because I haven't seen it properly, so that'll definitely
Yeah,
change. Once I see it in like the light and stuff. So far,
yeah,
looks cool. And as far as I know, it's a real jet engine in the back of it as well, which we like to see, since they've done that on the previous couple of cars, except for the Justice League car, as far as I know.
yeah,
Like the Tumbler, they actually built. It could
yeah.
go. It was like 2.5 tons, goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, has like 1.5 or like 2,000 horsepower jet engine in the back. It's like actually a real car that they like drove down the streets of New York, and it's the coolest thing ever. Go on.
I'd say it is. So he's just like, yeah, and I also need armor. So he begins like building the suit, and then he tests it out on some drug cartel thing that's going on,
Mm.
or something. And then he gives it to Rachel because she's a news reporter and stuff. And he talks to Jim for a bit, and he's just like, I'm Batman. I'll be running these seats. And he takes care of Falcone as well. Something gets stolen. Don't know what, but gets stolen. Don't like
Big
different
laser,
stuff.
basically.
Falcone in jail. We finally meet Killian Murphy, aka Scarecrow. He decides to pass a bit of gas. Kind of not cool in my opinion. Should have warned somebody. He puts on a cool mask thing. Falcone freaks out.
His
He's like,
excuse is whoever smells the Delta. He's one of them kind of man.
yeah, he's just like, Batman. He starts investigating. He gets sprayed with the fear bats, and he's like, ah. And Scarecrow is like, ooh. And he just casually like pours gasoline on him. He's just like, gasoline. Lights it.
Batman, that was not fair play. What Batman did in that hotel or that apartment. He knocks the dude out mid piss. You don't do
Yeah,
that.
no,
You don't wake up in a puddle of your own piss. You know?
yeah,
That's not what you want to be doing. I don't care who
yeah,
you're working for. You don't want to be waking up in a puddle of your own piss.
yeah. I feel it. That's exactly like when I'm ever playing like a stealth game. Whenever there's like a guy pissing, I always wait until he finishes the animation, or until I can stop hearing the little sound, and then I knock him out. I always try
You
and
don't wanna. You
wait.
don't wanna. You wouldn't want that to happen
Yeah,
to you.
yeah. So like I sure these guys might be like criminal and stuff, but I'm not a monster.
But I'm
You
not.
know?
Batman is a monster. I'm not.
Yeah. Like, but anyway, he gets set on fire. He's just like, Alfred, help me. Alfred rolls up, just like, hop in. Alfred fixes him up. Lucius is just like, antidote time. Gives him antidote. Batman's like, thanks. Rachel, she's just like, I'm on to you, you bastard. Scarecrow's just like, nah, get injected, bitch. Batman's just like, have a taste of your own medicine, bitch. And then what happens is Batman's like mask kind of just becomes a weird facial thing, which is so cool in my opinion. When Scarecrow gets a taste of the toxin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is so cool. And when I first like saw that, like when I go back in it, and I was like, were they kind of gonna lead into Black Mask?
Oh.
Because like his face is just like
Yeah.
it kind of looks like him. I thought, are they gonna lead into Black Mask or something? Because
Black Mask
it
is
would have
a
been, yeah, it would have been cool if that is what like kind of led into Black Mask,
yeah.
kind of. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Scarecrow's like, no, and he finds out Rachel Gould alive as well, and he's like, oh no, Rachel Gould, and he saves Rachel. He gives her the antidote for her and Gordon.
Alright, this is weird. So Thomas had to go. So I'm gonna be finishing out the video. This is weird. What was Thomas saying? They have the antidote. One of those for mass production. They give it to your man Gordon, Commissioner Gordon, or Lieutenant Gordon, as he's known as in this movie. But they give it to him. He drives the tumbler for a bit. Batman clings onto a fucking train. To like fight Liam Neeson, who's on it, and they fight. He's like, oh, do you have any new tricks, Batman? He's like, I do indeed. Hits him with a couple of new tricks. What else then happens? Then Batman like pins him down, and he like blows up the train. It's about to fucking like fall and kill Liam Neeson, Irish legend Liam Neeson, and he's like, oh, finally you've given up on your rule about not killing people. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just going to choose not to save you. And he fucking leaves. And Liam Neeson's like, well, shit. He does this weird thing where he like closes his eyes before he hits the ground, probably saying a prayer. It looks like a very Irish thing, but anyway, yeah,